When a woman is thinking about you, her body language can reveal far more than words ever could. These subtle, often subconscious signals are like secret codes, hidden messages that give you valuable insight into her attraction and emotions. The truth is, most men ignore these signs, and in doing so, they miss opportunities to build deeper connections. But if you know how to read them, you can uncover her hidden desires and even elevate your relationship to the next level. So today I'm revealing 9 powerful signs she's fantasizing about you and constantly thinking about you. These signals are real psychological giveaways that she's not just interested, she's mentally picturing you in her world. Stay with me until the very end because the last sign, number 9, is the one that women can't control, and it exposes everything she's feeling deep inside. 1. She fidgets when you're near. Fidgeting is one of the clearest signs of nervous energy. It often shows up when someone is excited, anxious, or overwhelmed in the presence of someone they're attracted to. If she seems unusually restless when you're around, playing with her jewelry, adjusting her watch, smoothing her clothes, or tapping her foot, it's not random. It's her body's way of managing the emotional surge she feels near you. For example, she might unconsciously twirl a pen during conversation, bite her nails, or shift her weight from one foot to another while standing close. These may look like insignificant habits, but they're subtle signs of heightened awareness and attraction. Pro tip: watch what happens when you leave. If the fidgeting suddenly stops the moment you're gone, it's a strong indicator that you were the trigger behind her nervous energy. 2. She plays with her hair. Hair is one of the most powerful tools women use, often subconsciously, to signal attraction. If she's twirling a strand of hair, smoothing it out, or brushing it over her shoulder while talking to you, she's not just fixing her style, she's trying to draw attention to herself. This gesture is instinctive. Without even realizing it, she's enhancing her physical appearance, making herself look more attractive in your eyes. But it goes deeper. Playing with her hair can also be a sign of nervous excitement. If she's feeling self-conscious around you, her fingers might automatically find their way to her hair as a way to distract herself and release tension. Pay close attention to the timing. Does she start adjusting her hair after making eye contact with you or while you're mid-conversation? If yes, it's not coincidence. It's her way of saying, I'm aware of you and I care about how I look in your presence. But hair and fidgeting are just the beginning. The real truth is revealed in her eyes because her gaze can betray everything she's feeling. Up next, I'll show you the next 3 signs. 3, 4, 5, where her eyes linger, her body leans in, and even her actions begin to mirror yours. 3. Her eyes linger on you. They say that eyes never lie, and when it comes to attraction, this couldn't be more true. When a woman is drawn to you, her eyes will almost always give her away. She might hold your gaze just a second too long, steal quick glances when she thinks you're not looking, or glance away shyly only to look back again moments later. And here's the science: pupil dilation. When someone is emotionally aroused, curious, or captivated, their pupils naturally enlarge. So if her eyes look especially bright or locked onto yours, it's not just coincidence. She's mentally and emotionally engaged with you. Watch closely if her gaze shifts between your eyes and your lips during a conversation. This is a subconscious cue that she's imagining something more intimate, even if she'll never admit it out loud. 4. She leans closer to you. Proximity is powerful. People don't step into someone else's personal space unless they feel safe, curious, or deeply interested. When a woman is attracted to you, she'll often find ways to shrink the distance between you two. This could mean leaning in when you're talking, standing just a little closer than necessary, or brushing past you with a subtle touch. These aren't accidents. They're signals. Her body is literally pulling her toward you, even in subtle ways like choosing the seat next to you when other seats are free or angling her chair directly toward you. She's showing that she enjoys being in your presence. And remember, closeness isn't just physical, it's emotional. If she's consistently leaning in, she's silently saying, I want to be closer to you in every way. 5. She mirrors your actions. This is one of the most fascinating psychological signs of attraction. Mirroring. Mirroring happens when she unconsciously copies your posture, your gestures, or even your tone of voice. It's a subconscious way of building rapport and signaling connection. For example, if you cross your legs, moments later she might do the same. If you lean forward, she'll lean forward too. If you speak with enthusiasm, she'll match your energy. It goes deeper than body language. She might mirror your emotions too. If you share excitement about something, she'll reflect the same excitement. If you drop your voice to a more serious tone, hers may follow. Why does this happen? Because when someone is emotionally invested, their subconscious wants to stay aligned with the person they're drawn to. And if she's mirroring you, it means she's deeply tuned into your vibe. But here's where most men slip up. They only look at her face and miss the real signals. The truth is, her feet and subtle touches can be even more revealing than her eyes. Up next, we'll break down signs 6 and 7, where her feet point the truth and her hands betray her hidden attraction. 6. Her feet point toward you. Most men never think to look down, but the feet are one of the most honest parts of body language. Why? Because unlike facial expressions, which people can control, feet often reveal true focus and interest without the person even realizing it. If a woman's feet are angled directly toward you during a conversation, even if she's speaking to someone else, it's a silent clue that you're the one she's most focused on. On the flip side, if her feet are pointed away toward the door or another person, it can suggest distraction or disinterest. Pay close attention in social settings. If she's talking to her friends, but her feet stay locked in your direction, it's her subconscious betraying where her attention really is, you. 7. She touches her neck or collarbone. The neck and collarbone are delicate, vulnerable areas of the body. When a woman highlights or touches these areas in your presence, it often signals self-consciousness, attraction, or even a mix of both. She might adjust her necklace or earrings, graze her collarbone lightly with her fingers, or run her hand over the back of her neck while talking to you. Why does she do this? On one hand, it's a soothing gesture, her body's way of calming nerves because she's excited or flustered around you. On the other, it's a subtle form of drawing your eyes to these sensitive areas, which adds a layer of intimacy to the interaction. If she does this while leaning in or holding eye contact, it's not just nervousness. It's her way of signaling comfort and attraction at the same time. But it gets even more interesting because when her emotions take over, her body betrays her in ways she can't control at all. Up next, we'll uncover signs 8 and 9, the final, undeniable giveaways, from blushing cheeks to lips that tell you exactly what she's imagining. 8. She blushes around you. Blushing is one of the purest, most honest signals of attraction. It's something she can't control. Her body does it for her. When a woman feels nervous, excited, or deeply drawn to someone, blood rushes to her face and her cheeks turn pink. If you notice her cheeks warming up when you walk into the room, when you compliment her, or when you lean in close, that's not random. It's her body exposing the emotions she's trying to hide. And here's the beauty of it. Blushing is almost impossible to fake. If she's turning red around you, it's because her feelings are bubbling to the surface, whether she wants you to know or not. 9. She focuses on her lips. This one is subtle, but incredibly telling. When a woman is drawn to you, her lips often become the center of her body language. You might notice her biting her lower lip, licking her lips slowly, or lightly touching them during conversation. These unconscious actions are strong signals of physical attraction. They're her body's way of drawing your attention without saying a word. Even when she's laughing at your jokes or lost in conversation, if her lips keep betraying her, she's not just thinking about your words. She's imagining something more. Bonus clue. If her eyes shift between your eyes and your lips while you're talking, that's one of the clearest subconscious signs she's fantasizing about you. Bonus sign 1. She finds subtle reasons to touch you. Touch is one of the most primal and subconscious forms of communication. And when a woman is fantasizing about you, she'll often find small, almost innocent ways to bridge that gap. Think about it. She doesn't come right out and grab your hand, but instead, she creates moments where touch feels natural, unforced, and safe. She might lightly brush your arm while laughing at a joke, tap your shoulder to get your attention, hand you something in a way that her fingers linger just a second longer than necessary, or playfully push you during a conversation to create physical closeness. On the surface, these touches might seem casual, but if they happen often, it's her subconscious way of creating intimacy. Why? Because touch increases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Each light touch is her body's way of saying, I want to feel connected to you. Here's where it gets interesting. If she doesn't do this with other people, but somehow always finds a reason to do it with you, then you're not just imagining it. She's crossing the invisible barrier of personal space because she's drawn to you on a deeper, more intimate level. Pay attention to whether she smiles or blushes right after touching you. That tiny reaction is her body betraying the fact that she's enjoying the closeness and probably replaying the fantasy in her mind. Bonus sign 2. She brings you into her imagination. When a woman is constantly thinking about you, she won't just show it in her body language, she'll start pulling you into her inner world. This is one of the clearest and most powerful signs of emotional and romantic fantasy. How does it happen? She'll weave you into her stories, her future plans, or even her daydream-like conversations. For example, she might joke about how the two of you would handle a situation together. If you were there, you'd probably save me from that mess. She could imagine trips, adventures, or scenarios where you're by her side. We'd totally get lost if we went hiking together, but at least it would be fun. Or she'll subtly test your reaction to romantic hypotheticals. Can you imagine us dancing at a wedding? I bet we'd look great. What she's doing here is painting a picture, inviting you into a version of reality where the two of you are already connected. And here's the kicker. These aren't random comments. They're windows into the fantasies she's already been having about you. Psychologically, this is huge. When someone starts mentally placing you into their stories, it means you've gone beyond casual attraction. You've entered their imagination. That's where emotional attachment begins to take root. If you notice her doing this often, don't brush it off. This isn't just small talk. It's her subconscious revealing that she's not just thinking about you in the moment. She's imagining you as part of her future. So let's recap. If a woman is fantasizing about you and constantly thinking of you, her body language will reveal it through 9 undeniable signs. 1. She fidgets when you're near. 2. She plays with her hair. 3. Her eyes linger on you. 4. She leans closer to you. 5. She mirrors your actions. 6. Her feet point toward you. 7. She touches her neck or collarbone. 8. She blushes around you. 9. She focuses on her lips. Remember, words can lie, but body language rarely does. If you pay attention to these subtle signals, you'll gain insight into her hidden emotions, desires, and attraction. And when you can read her body language like a book, you'll know exactly how to respond without second-guessing or missing your chance.